Hello, my name is Blanche and today I'm going to show you how to make this miniature bucket for my secret garden project. And this one has a resin water and some leaves on it. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy the video. Thank you so much. So the first thing we want to make is the bucket bottom, and for this I am using my compass to draw the circle for the bottom. And you can also, if you don't have a compass, you can just find something that is round and use that to trace the circle. Now that you are done, you can cut the excess of your wood to make it easier to cut along the circle. So once you are finished cutting the excess wood, you can now start sanding your bottom. I mean, not your bottom, but the bucket bottom. And I am just using a nail file here, and I'm also using both sides of the nail file. It has different grains, and just sand all the way around and make sure that it is nice to look at and even. So this is how it looks like now after sanding it. So next we are going to make the bucket slats, and for this one I am just going to cut the wood in 30mm by 10mm. So just trace the wood to give you a perfect cut. So this is how the single slat looks like, and you want to make more of this. Once you have all the slats that you need, you also want to create uneven edges on one side of the slats. So you can do some of it uneven, some of it just leave it like that. This will make the bucket looks like worn and more realistic. And once you're finished with everything, you can now glue them together. So first I put glue on the sides of the bottom of the bucket, and then use a cocktail stick to spread the glue around. And then after that I put one slat or glued one slat to it, and then followed by another slat. And for this one I am going to also glue the sides of the slat, so just so to make it a bit stronger and stable. And this is how it looks like when all the slats are glued. Okay, time to paint the bucket, and for this one I am using gray as my base color, and then later on I will use another color to make or to create that worn out effect for the bucket. After painting the base color, I also use different kinds of brown and black, and also green, dark green, to create that look. I'm not really good with painting, so it took me a while to reach the desired effect that I like. And then next, I cut and paint the bucket strap, and for this one I am using a 2mm wide cardstock, and then I painted it with a copper acrylic paint. And it doesn't really look coppery here, but yes, I am using a copper colored paint. And after coloring everything with copper, I also mixed a rust effect color and dab it with a sponge. Once the paint is dry, you can now glue your strap to your bucket. So you can glue one part to the upper portion and then one strap to the lower portion. So just bullseye it. I don't have the exact measurement for this one. So this is now how the almost finished bucket looks like. I did not expect that the strap would look really nice on this one. It is not yet finished. I'm still going to do the finishing paint to make it look more worn out. So in addition to the bucket, I also made a maple leaf, and this one I just colored it using a colored pencil, and I didn't put any specific details on this because it is really small and it's going to go down the bottom of the bucket. I'm going to fill it with resin to make it look like it has water on it. So I actually made this leaf in the computer and then cut it out. So this is just an additional decoration for the bucket. And then I also use my stylus ball to press it down, and oops, it jumped out. But it looks like this. So it looks like this now. It's really tiny. So this is how the finished bucket looks like now. I already put the resin and the leaf on the bottom and also some leaf on the top, so it looks like it has real water on it. And also, as you can see here, I also painted the strap with some blacks. That was my finishing paint, and I already paint this with a matte varnish. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and get notified for new videos. Thank you so much and have a great day.